Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Freedomers? I want to share an idea with you that came to me on this Sunday morning, on the Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. And it's the thought that Ed Milet said about thinking about the price versus how much, or the cost versus how much it's worth. And I was thinking about my relationships with everybody in my life today. And I was thinking about the worth versus the cost. And my spirit kept, for the past maybe 2 months, has been saying, pull back from everything. From everything you've once done, from the giving that you do, from the resources that you give. Be very selective in how you give them, why you give them, because you're more powerful than you think you are, or what you think you have, right? And I think to myself, yo, and the Spirit keep reconfirms me with this thought, worth versus cost. And like Ed Milet says it, of when you're poor, you're thinking about what's it cost, what's it cost, what's it cost, what's it cost, versus is it going to be worth it? Meaning, you're going to get that suit, you're going to get that shirt, you're going to get that car, you're going to get that, you're going to pay the price, and you're going to do whatever it takes in your business because it's going to be worth it. And I realize that in my life, that I don't really care what it costs. If I feel it's worth it, I'm going to pay that price to get what I want. And I thought to myself, with my relationships in my life, if I'm depositing I look at my text thread, I look at my call thread, I look at what you think is important, and I think, if I was on top of my game, would you matter to me? Would you be worth anything to me? And the answer is no. Or it wouldn't be as much. And meaning I was on top of my game, meaning I was eating what I was supposed to eat, I'm spiritually where I'm used to be going, I'm all that in line. Would you matter to me? Would you be worth, not what it costs to be your friend, with my time and my energy, parentheses, money. Would you be worth what I think you're worth if I was doing me? And the answer is no. And I had to think to myself, do you see why you don't get the reciprocal energy that you ask for? Because it's not worth your value. They don't see the value in you. That's why they don't pour back in the way you pour. You see more value in them and their success, whatever, than they do for you. And I thought to myself, also, if you were thinking so highly of you, the way you think so highly of them, you wouldn't be where you are today. You'd be a lot more successful. Spirit even told me you would be way more financially well off right now at 24 if you thought higher of you than you did of other people. And that doesn't mean they're less, but that means you think highly of you. And then I started to look at my record board and how different I am, etc., or what power it takes to be, in position that I have possessed, I've claimed, I've gotten. And I thought to myself, why the fuck are you giving people energy that don't see that same value to be like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. The same way you just think do it without thinking. And you love without thinking. You just say, hey this and hey that. And they're not thinking of you the same way. When they call you, it's with agenda. When they call you, it's with need. And quite a powerful, I want you to get this, a powerful question that my spirit told me to ask was, do you call them to solve your problems? Meaning on a consistent basis, because I always say, Nothing is valuable unless it's consistent. So if you can drop something right now and say, I need you to help me with blase, 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 would they be able to give you a forward idea? Would they be able to give you something that, something that can move you forward, an idea, a person, etc., etc. And I mean outside of your own effort, meaning you can't do it for yourself, or you haven't thought it for yourself. That means they are not valuable, or they are not worth as much as you think they are, because they're not giving you an outside force of it. Meaning that's why they're called other. They're not an outside force that can't. Because that's why they say in my North Node, it's good for you to marry somebody different than you, because you will start to see if they deliver the same energy as you. And I don't mean meaning they're giving you the same shit. They're giving you shit you could get yourself. They're not valuable. They're only valuable if they're giving you that and something different. Meaning something that's like, yo, that compliments you. And I get that now. Because if I marry somebody who's just like me, and I don't mean they have to love like me, they have to care like me, they have to think like me, but if they don't give you that compliment energy, they're not really worth what you think they're worth. If they don't call you, be like, hey, I got an idea. Hey, I'll do this for you. Hey, like the same way I do. Like, yo, I thought about you, and this and a third, and you could get this, or you send them whatever, or whatever. You give so effortlessly. They're not worth what you think they're worth. You're overvaluing them based on the price you paid in investment. And when I think to myself, like, yo, how many relationships, especially the one closest to me recently that fell apart, that I overvalued because I thought it was worth something that it wasn't. And when I thought it was something that it wasn't, it fucking failed. So when this person stole from me and didn't think twice, didn't think 3 times, didn't think 4 times, it was overvaluing shit that you need to be given to yourself. And because last but not least, like I said earlier, you can't call them to solve a problem for you. You can't call them to ease your pain, make your dilemma smaller, make you comfortable. You can't really call them to do shit. And some relationships are different than others, but I get it. They love different than you.